What's up, Rivet Wars fans? My name is Lieutenant Nathaniel Flint of the Landship Scorpios, and I'm here today finally with a video about the new Ruska troops. I'm going to jump right into it today. I have already done these videos, but I was trying out my new microphone and lost the sound. So today, no new microphone, no chances. We're just going to do the video nice and easy and jump right into it. Today we're going to start with the new Ruska Cossacks. These units are a base infantry unit for the Ruska base set, and they are a very interesting unit. They bring some new specialties to the table. So why don't we jump right in and start talking right about them. So first, let's start off with some simple stats. We have the Russian unit named the Cossak. This unit right here, the little infantry guy. The Cossak unit is an infantry type. He's not a hero. Their cost to deploy into battle is 1 deployment point or 1 rivet. This is a fantastic little addition. I think it kind of fits with the theme of the Ruska doing everything in their power to get as many troops onto the battlefield as possible. I think it really plays in with the kind of theme of strength and numbers that I think that the Cossack forces are really pushing. So their cost is 1 or 1. Their movement speed is a movement of 1. Their armor is armor type 1. And their health is only 1, so a lot of that isn't looking very different from other infantry unit types. Their attack range is a land range of 2, where they get 1 base attack. 1, 2, 1, 2. These guys, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. This is going to keep them in about, the same terms as the other base infantry units. This is not very different. Where they start to shine a little bit is in their attacks. They get 2 dice against armor type 1 and 1 dice against armor type 2. I kind of like this. It puts them in between the Allied Riflemen and the Blight Panzerfaust. They still get 2 dice against armor type 1, which makes them a little bit better at other infantry types than their Panzerfaust brethren. But they have that 1 dice against armor type 2, which doesn't make them as helpless against other types of units like their riflemen brethren. So this kind of puts them right in the middle. I really like how this works and how this balances out with this unit. Now I want to talk about their special for a little bit. Now their special is a brand new special called Legion. And I'm going to read the Legion ability word for word here. Legion. Abilities are granted for every additional unit of the same type within the grid. Units must activate and target/move to the same grid with any abilities to take advantage of this. So basically what this means is the more of the same type of unit you have in the grid, they actually get more abilities. Again, as I kind of hinted at earlier, the big feeling of these Ruska units are strength and numbers. A lot of their specials and this new Legion ability really involves around having more than 1 unit together. This will kind of encourage people to group up their units together and have more units in the same grid, which is a fantastic thing that is much needed for all player types in this game. Whether you're Blight, Allied, or the new Ruska player, I think this will do very well to encourage you to group your units instead of spreading them out. For the purposes of my video today and other videos that I might do in the future, unless this is contradicted, I am interpreting the units of a same type to be the class of a unit. So in this case, when a Ruska unit is in a grid with another infantry unit, or the more infantry units it's in the grid with, it will get these abilities. I know that some people were considering it as only Cossacks with other Cossacks, but the way that it's written and the way that these can be used, I honestly think that the intention was with another infantry unit or another unit of the same class. So that's what I will be interpreting it as until we can get some contradictory information, ironed out by Ted Terranova or Super Robot Punch. So let's talk about this. So the Cossacks have Legion, so when you have a unit on its own, it just has its base stats. It basically has no special. That means it only has a movement of 1, it only has the 1 attack, it only has the dice that is specified. There is nothing special about that unit. And that's a little bit different. On their own, you can see how they might not be as good as some other base infantry types like the Panzerfaust. He might be a little bit underpowered when going up against the Blight troops. Again, but there's the strength in numbers. So if you have one other Cossack or infantry unit with them in the same grid, they gain the special runner. So they don't get that base infantry special runner until they have one additional person. So what runner is they get an additional move while on duck boards. So when you have 2 of them together, they will get that additional move. If you have 1 additional, so you have a total of 3 infantry units in the same grid, the Cossacks will get a special called grenades. I'm about to read the special word for word. So grenades as a buff is you get an extra grenade attack for each unit. So that is a flat grid attack that gets 1 dice against armor type 1 and 1 dice against armor type 2. And it has a range of 1. So it only has that range of 1. This means that along with their base attack that has a 2 range and everything, when there's 3 of them, they will get an additional grenades attack. To clarify, this is per unit. So if I'm trying to attack inside this grid, my Cossack would get his normal grid of 2 dice against 1 person, but then he'll also get a follow-up of a flat grid against each one. Now, even if he's unsuccessful, his fellow Ruska Cossacks will also get a chance to attack. So they will also get their base attack and a flat grid for each one. One of the 3 of them, one group of them can definitely have the potential to clear out an objective. And finally, we have the special Rapid Assault 1. When you have 3 other infantry units in a grid with a Cossack, or in this case, a total of 4, they will be granted a Rapid Assault 1 where they can all move during their attack phase. So this would be a movement of 1, and then they would get a chance to attack. As well as have all the other specials, so they would get runner and they would get grenades. Now this is the first time that we've had a unit with runner and rapid assault. After polling the community and hearing different people's takes on the question, it has been decided by the community that since runner grants +1 to any movement that starts on duck board, and rapid assault gives you your movement before your attack phase, or your movement during your attack phase, it has kind of been voted that rapid assault does affect, runner does affect rapid assault. This means that if you start your rapid assault on duck boards, you will get that 1 additional movement. You would have rapid assault 2. This is a great buff for these units. It ensures that you can get in range to attack. with your normal attack, but the biggest use for this that I can see is it will ensure that you can get in grenade range of these special objectives, of bunkers, of whatever you need to really make use of those grenades. Of course, you would need 4 infantry units together to do this. I think that just makes it all the more powerful. You get to Rapid Assault 2 and then have 4 base attacks and 4 grenades attacks. This is a guaranteed, well, not guaranteed, depending on your rolls, but this is a very good way to get your Cossak units right up to a strategic objective and clear it out in one go. This is also a great way to rush up and support your units if you need that. And this does give them a little bit of an edge that I think this faction kind of needs compared to the other two. And it drives home that theme of strength in numbers. So I am definitely in support of runner affecting rapid assault. I'm not sure what other units would use this or how this could be abused, but I feel like this would really help the Ruska faction and would end up helping them do better on the battlefield, especially against enemy units like Schlitten and the Riflemen. As I mentioned just a moment ago, I think their weaknesses are definitely going to be against any unit that gets a lot of attacks or a lot of dice against armor type 1. In the games that I've played, their biggest foe was the Schlitten, who really shined. The Schlitten Blight unit was able to really roll up and protect those strategic objectives, if not from being wiped out by the grenades, definitely from them staying in them too long. The Schlitten could always stay outside of their rapid assault range, so it was never in danger of being hit by them or being grenaded. It did a very good job of just clearing the battlefield. As a Blight player playing against the Cossacks, I always wanted a Schlitten on the field. I can also see how these are going to have the Blight Panzerfaust issue, as well as having a really hard time going up against those allied troops. They just have so many units that are good at taking out infantry, and they don't get the bonus of being the massive armor taker-outer as Panzerfaust are. So they're not going to have the use of being out and taking out massive amounts of armor type 2 and going up against those tanks. So it's going to be a little bit of a difficult there. Your Cossacks are definitely going to need the support of your other Ruska units, of your tank, of your Hussars, and of the Lancers pretty heavily. And with that, that's all we have for time for today, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Do you like these Russian Cossacks? Do you like the Legion Special? Do you like everything that's coming out of this Ruska base set expansion? Do you feel that they are doing well against the other units? What other unit would you like to see next? I do have plans for other videos. I think the other video I had recorded that needs to be re-recorded was the Lancer. So if you have other videos you would like to see, please let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about Legion? What do you think about Cossacks? What do you think about grenades? Let's keep the discussion up. Also, be sure to keep the discussion up on Twitter using hashtag Rivet Wars and on the subreddit of Rivet Wars. Do be sure to give your love to the Rivet Wars social media with Super Robot Punch and Rivet Wars on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, wherever they would be. Do feel free to subscribe for more Rivet Wars videos. If you like this video, I do have more, link below. And with that, that is all for now. I will see you guys next time in the next video. Thank you so much.